A little known fact about Guild Wars 2 is that new players join in all the time, and facilitating their learning process is no easy task. Fortunately, ArenaNet learned from the Grand Trait escapade and decided to implement an artificial learning curve only for new players. A magical arrow will direct players in the general direction of content appropriate to their level, and using advanced settings, this same arrow will assist in world completion. The arrow effectively provides the familiar structure of most MMOs. The lack of directed questing probably scared people all the way back to World of Warcraft. In addition to a special arrow helping new players, leveling up is now more rewarding. Upon ascending in numerical power, some items will be thrown at the player in question along with a lesson in important game systems. Because of this, game mechanics will be slowly taught to new players, and features such as PvP and World vs World will be unlocked as rewards. These unlocks are account bound, a massive relief for anyone fond of alts. A level will also proudly display how many stat points it's worth, so you'll know you're progressing in a way that immediately benefits your character. It's strange to see so much carrot being waved around in front of new players, where it's not particularly needed. ArenaNet do have a history of using a lot of stick in areas, but the leveling experience is not one of those places. Perhaps they thought they might as well add some window dressing while they renovated the new player facilities. The final content reshuffle is towards the personal story. It's being sliced up into chapters. This is a sensible change, as running after the story will land you far out of your depth very quickly, so limiting instances such that players are vaguely the correct level for them will ensure they can always progress with ease. It also means personal story won't interfere with the newfangled satellite navigation arrow. Players will level up, complete a chapter of story, and then resume where they left off. Still unsatisfied with the leveling experience, ArenaNet have added special low-level items of great power and mystery. They can be crafted or found on the floor, and have a set of super useful stat combinations which can be chosen from when acquired. There is little to be said here other than how this is a lovely quality of life improvement, not only for new players but also for altaholics as well. So now you can do world completion for the 23rd time even faster. The next change is slightly odd. Each crafting discipline now has a backpack which changes in appearance as a player becomes more proficient in crafting. It's difficult for me to comment on this, as I would rather have my spine removed than have to display a ridiculous backpack in Guild Wars 2, but it's nice to see an attempt to breathe some life into the crafting system. Everything was going so well, up until profession loot was mentioned. Item drops will now be weighted towards things you can use. While this seems innocuous enough, this could potentially upset certain people. For example, medium armor professions will be more likely to get medium armor drops, which salvage into near worthless components when compared to light armor, and anyone capable of figuring out how to pick up a greatsword will be blessed with a tidal wave of the prized objects. It's clear why ArenaNet decided to do this. New players want to hoard things that are useful to them, as the concept of generating luck or materials won't be a familiar exercise. They'll probably figure out a way to make it work in the least distressing way possible, without invoking community-wide rage, because that's never happened before. Guilds are going global. Global with respect to their region, that is. Divisions of guilds on different servers will merge together and become one. Now there is no need for multiple guilds with extremely similar names across several servers. But that's not all. The mega server system will now attempt to place members of the same guild in the same map instance when doing a guild mission. Perfect for stopping complete strangers from invading a guild's personal space. As stated in the blog post, this will greatly assist in assembling guilds all in one place. However, the mega server remained discontent with only helping guilds join together, so it decided to devise a way to make sure everyone is constantly surrounded by players while cleaning up empty maps at the same time. Leftover players in a map designated for closure will receive the option to leap into a well-populated copy, and if they still have their hearts set on being a loner, the mega server throws in an added bonus: 15% movement speed, 5% extra karma, and 10% more experience from kills for 10 minutes after volunteering to emigrate. Finally, maps will now apply some kind of sorting based on language. Players will not be totally divided based on this, and the amount of separation will depend on how high the population is. Not totally dividing servers by language is a very astute decision on ArenaNet's part, as it would only reduce interaction and have an adverse effect on the number of inhabitants in certain mega servers. At long last, the concept of dungeon owners is gone. Nobody liked it, not even the dungeon bosses liked it, and now it's gone. Hooray! No longer will one player be able to accidentally or purposefully reset a dungeon. That's all comment required. Quality of life has been restored.